Welcome back, everybody. This is the thejonnymar, and I am continuing with Let's Play the Elder Scrolls Arena. So we are back in Rihad as Marasar, our Dunmer, and today we are going to be heading out at night in order to break into some buildings. So it's been a while since we've been able to sort of do this, and since we had to deal with an ungrateful palace last time, we need to find spoils of our own by going into some different establishments in this area. So I've broken into some other homes in other towns around Tamriel. Get out of my way, stupid statue. And I want to try to find some different places to break into tonight. So we'll see if we can find some different architecture, some different loot in order to pad our pockets. This place looks very similar to a previous place we broke into. Pretty much exactly the same, actually. So we'll try to get through here as quickly as possible. I want to see if tonight I can break into the palace. I don't think I can, but we'll still give it a shot. And then I also want to try to break into some other establishments as well. Maybe an item shop, maybe the Mage's Guild, hello Mr. Orc, and maybe a temple as well. And who knows, maybe we'll find some special stuff, some good loot. Because certainly we did not get any from the palace after getting their parchment, their magical piece of paper from Stone Keep. Yes, we got the location of Fang Lair, but as a thief, I expect more. Always expecting more. So we got through this place pretty quickly. Let's see if any more loot has respawned in any of these previous rooms. Is that a spell sword? Or a warrior. Not sure. But I'll grab the stuff off of you. I'll strip you naked. Well, mostly naked. I'll leave you with some stuff to hide your shame, so to speak. And then we're gonna head downstairs as well and see if there's any other things here. Nice, we got a torque. Hopefully that's enchanted with lots of cool stuff, so that'll be worth a lot. And a lizard man, who does not have anything, of course. And we'll check one more sweep through these other rooms, and then we're gonna head out and see what the rest of Rihad has to offer to us, as we claim our reward for helping this kingdom through our own means instead. So I'll meet you outside after I save. Ow. Of course I gotta be attacked, right? All I'm doing is minding my own business, breaking into places and stealing stuff, but no, people have to come up and start wailing on me with a sword. A Tonto, even. Making me heal. Alright, so let's head south here and see if we can get into the palace. Pretty sure we can't, but certainly might be worth the effort. Let's see if... No, I went too far here into the corner. So people are still out, apparently. And yeah, the palace is closed at night, unfortunately. And we cannot break in. Ah, well. We can still talk to the people around here. Hello, Mr. Jester. How are you? Having fun? Did you just summon an orc to try to kill me? Why is everyone trying to kill me?
She has chosen you!
Okay. Well, we're gonna get away from you because obviously you are crazy talking about some woman choosing us. I'm not sure what exactly is going through your head, but yeah. Let's see if we can find a place to break into, like an item shop. So here we have a item shop that's pretty easy to break into. And we get the item shop music, which is awesome. And the loot is just left out on the floor. Thank you, Mr. Item Shop owner. We don't have to do too much exploring here. No extra rooms or anything, I don't think. So that should be pretty good. We got what we wanted. Of course, we're not getting too much, only about 20 gold per pile and maybe an item or two. So generally I like to break into places that only have one door, because they tend to be bigger and have more stuff in them, but let's see. Maybe a particular place will jump out at me, like this place. So, yeah, let's try it. Who knows what's inside? Apparently a dungeon's inside. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Looks like there's 2 exits to go up a floor, and there's water, and plants, and holes in the ground. Okay, this is really weird. Why would someone design a house like this? And wolves randomly appearing out of nowhere. Huh. Well, I can admit I was not expecting this. So I'm actually, wow, 200 gold. I'm very intrigued. This seems like a higher level place to go into. Or higher comparative to the other houses we've been going in. Maybe we'll get much better loot. Let's see. Yeah, 80 gold and a mark. That's pretty good. And we've got the royal crests too in the background. The lions. Probably, hello skeleton, not the Lannister lions, but lions nonetheless. And there's some pretty significant slowdown in here. So yeah, you can tell it's a pretty big place. I got some comments about that asking me to increase my graphical detail and draw distance, and you know, my reply to that is I already have the cycles maxed on this version of the game, which allows me to run the game at pretty much its maximum efficiency. And if I increase the graphical detail or the draw distance, it actually slows the game down, stupid spell swords, pretty significantly. So this is about the best I can do in terms of speed as well as detail. So I can always mess around with it in future episodes and see if I can increase it slightly to make things a little bit better, but this is about the best it's going to get, at least for my computer. I'm running this on a laptop, so I don't have a very fancy gaming computer in which to play this game, unfortunately. But we're doing some jumping from room to room here, finding some good treasure, and also, unfortunately, some empty rooms. That's not so good. And the entire time we're contemplating whether or not we truly want to go to Fang Lair. Oh man, a spider. These things can paralyze you. They are nasty little buggers. If they catch you on the edge of a water area and you fall in the water when paralyzed, you will die instantly. You cannot swim when you are paralyzed. They are one of the most infamous enemies in this game for that purpose. So there we have some steps going up. Is that a complete circuit here? I don't remember where we came in. I think we came in that southern room there. But I don't see stairs going back down, so it must have, I guess, transported us. It looks like that's it for this floor, so we should go up another floor and see if there's anything beyond a third floor. Most of the buildings have had at least 3 floors, if they've had multiple floors. And yeah, we have plenty of rooms in here to explore as well. And unfortunately the doors are locked, so we're gonna have to pick them. All these barrels. I'm so used to Oblivion wanting to just loot the barrels and grab repair hammers and lockpicks and, I don't know, wheat out of them. But no, we can't do that in Arena. Alright, more treasure. Certainly appreciated. But we're trying to decide, okay, my inventory's full, so I'm gonna have to get rid of some stuff. Alright, so I dropped a bunch of kind of not very valuable stuff so I can continue to get attacked by wraiths, apparently. Or ghouls, I think. But yeah, we're trying to decide whether or not we're gonna go to Fang Lair. So my instinct as Marasar is not to go to Fang Lair. We did not like going through Stone Keep. We didn't get much out of going through Stone Keep. But again, we kind of feel obligated because Rhea helped us escape the Imperial sewers to at least stick it out for now until, if nothing else, something better comes along. And at this point, we don't really have anything else to do other than, of course, break into houses and steal stuff. So Marasar does feel somewhat compelled, I think, to go to Fang Lair. So we'll see. Chances are, after our night of looting, we will probably head up there to Fang Lair. Fang Lair is the first of the really massive dungeons in this game. Most of the quest-related dungeons, starting with Fang Lair, are really, really large and very maze-like and very hard to basically navigate. So that's part of the reason why I'm not doing much of the main quest in this series of videos, because it takes forever to get through some of those dungeons, and that is because they're just so big. So I'm going to continue to do them as needed, as relevant to what Marasar is doing, but in the very near future we're going to have another idea about what we want to do. And Marasar is going to end up striking out in a different direction. So that's it for this place, so I will meet you outside after saving. Alright. So we broke into a random house that turned out to be pretty massive. So now we want to break into the Mages Guild and show off that. And then a temple as well. And see if they offer anything special. So notice no one's around at night except wolves, apparently. But there are the stationary people, so like monks and friars that don't move around. You saw one quickly there. And the juggler that we got the weird laugh out of, as well as the potion saleswoman. They all kind of stay in place and continue to do their thing, but the people in town that walk around, they are not outside. Although sometimes the game, depending on if you quickly load a save that's at nighttime, will occasionally load people and have them walking around accidentally. But usually they're not supposed to be. And I'm stuck on the wall there. So notice the Mages Guild is the same, but there are just these random treasure piles, and enemies also can come out and attack you, like this lizard man. So fortunately, we didn't have to face off with too many. Now that I've done that, I want to also show off a temple. Let's see if we can find a temple to break into. Maybe that Order of the Golden Tome to the north here. So I haven't been in a temple in quite a while. And we definitely have not been in a temple at night. So I doubt my ability to open this. Let's see. Open? No. Failure. Huh. Okay, well. Guards are supposed to attack you if you fail at opening a door. Like that. Okay, there's a guard. And I really don't want anything to do with these guards, so I'm just going to run and head outside into the wilderness, because that is what I need to do to get rid of them. Now they will not come after me anymore. There's no bounty system in this game, so that works out pretty well for us. Alright. So I need to find maybe a different temple that's a little easier to break into. So this is the Brotherhood of Faith. Yeah, the lock is beyond my ability. I think there was a temple next to the inn I was staying at. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll stay at one of those. So that was down to the south and also on the western end of town. So there's the inn, and here's the temple. Let's see, Order of the Knights of Hope, and yep, the lock is much easier to access. So we'll get the temple music and see if there is any treasure in here anywhere. Because that's how far we've fallen. Not that Marasar was very high on the social totem pole to begin with. He was a street thief, so he didn't really have much status anyway in Morrowind, so we're gonna do what we can, take care of ourselves, and if that means taking 4 gold from a temple, I guess that's what we're gonna do. As long as it allows us to pay for dinner. It doesn't look like there's much else in here. Maybe in this room? Alright, something. Nice, a torque. Always appreciated. And that's about it. So I think I showed off pretty much all of the... Hello, rats. Apparently you came from outside. This temple. Man, dirty. Gotta clean up around here. But we're gonna head to the inn, we're gonna sleep, and then tomorrow, off screen, I'm gonna sell off all my crap that I got during my nighttime adventures here. And ultimately make a decision about whether I'm gonna head to Fang Lair or not. Probably I'm going to. Just because, again... Okay, here's a quest. You can get these kind of random quests sometimes in inns where they'll want you to either escort someone to a location or pick up an item and bring it back. All you get is a little bit of gold out of it, typically. Maybe an extra item, but yeah, that's not something Marasar is interested in at all. 128 gold is not worth it. So, nuts to you, man. Not gonna do it. Yeah, don't worry. My lips are sealed. So we're gonna sleep. We may get visited during the night by Rhea, kind of encouraging us to go to Fang Lair. And I'll see you in the morning. Alright, so we're outside, and as predicted, we got visited by Rhea during the night. Not really, but we're gonna say we did. And Rhea encouraged us to go to Fang Lair to get the first piece of the Staff of Chaos. And so we are gonna do that. Now there is wilderness outside of the towns and dungeons. You can go and explore it. It's all randomly generated. And so that's up to you. I don't really find it to be that helpful or useful, but that certainly is an option if that is more in line with what you would like to do. But we're gonna head to Fang Lair, the second of the main quest major dungeons. Well, the first peace dungeon, right, for a piece of the Staff of Chaos. And we're going to get a nice little graphic here telling us a little bit about Fang Lair. And you'll notice the Imperial Dragon symbol there at the front of the keep, or the lair. So this was a Dwemer or Dwarven hold that was abandoned after they were overtaken by, I think, a dragon. So we're going to check it out, start exploring it. See if we can find the first piece of the Staff of Chaos. So again, this place is pretty massive, so not easy to explore, very maze-like, and it introduces a brand new kind of element, which is underground tunnels. So whereas in previous dungeons we had the waterways you could use to access different rooms. Wow, 29 gold, thanks. This particular dungeon has basically minecart kind of tunnels that allow you to access different rooms. So you can only get so far usually staying above ground, and eventually you're going to have to drop into the minecart shafts in order to progress. You'll notice here in the northern part of this room, there's one of the shafts that we could use. But we're going to explore to the north and to the west instead and see what we can find. Now, it may look dangerous to fall into these pits, but you can fall right in. They're just shafts, and even though they look really tall, if you just walk straight against them, you'll go out. You can also jump across, but I'm still having issues with my jump ability. For some reason, I can't jump. So I'm trying to jump right now with the J key, but it's not working. So I'm going to see if I can figure that out so that I can jump in the future, because some stuff I want to do in the future might require me to be able to jump. You know, jump around. So let's see. We have some skeletons. And for some reason, you know, in terms of the audio, there's that like drum beat sound. When that is activated as a part of the audio, it like cuts out any of the sound effects around battle, as long as that drum beat is there. but then as soon as it goes away, you get the sound effects back. Not sure if that's just with my game or if that's related to Arena in general. But there is tons of stuff for us to explore. We're looking for treasure, ultimately the Staff of Chaos piece, but if we can find a bunch of stuff, maybe we'll do a kind of quick dive here against these stupid skeletons and other inhabitants of Fang Lair, and maybe exit once we find kind of a way down, because I assume there's more than one floor. Spoiler, there is. So maybe we'll explore the first floor, and then once we figure out the route to the steps, we'll exit, sell off stuff, and then continue onward. Because Fang Lair is actually multiple floors. I think it's 3 in total. So you notice on our map we have the different minecart shafts, so we're going to try to use one of those. It looks like fire above us, but it's not. It's just supposed to represent the wall. So we're currently in mine shaft B. And you can hear enemies above us waiting for us. Now they can attack you if you come to an edge that goes out, like that one there. So if there was an enemy at that edge, it could have smacked us if we went up to the edge and kept us from being able to exit. So we want to try to find kind of a safe area that there's less likely to be enemies around, so that we can get back up onto the land and attack them. So let's see. Looks like this is pretty safe. No enemies around, or at least none in eyesight. Very creepy ambiance, right? Kind of an abandoned mine. Not quite the mines of Moria, but still pretty nasty looking. So we have this path, and we also can continue to the east here. And then we have another path and a Minotaur wielding a machete at us. So let's heal. Fortunately, we took him out pretty fast. I did get a comment also saying that I seem to be taking out enemies really quick, and was wondering if I had the difficulty on a low setting. And there is no difficulty in this game that you can adjust. It's all default. And the reason why my character is actually as strong, seemingly, as he is because I'm buffing agility so much. So agility as a stat influences your ability to hit enemies, as well as enemies' abilities to hit you. And so it increases your chance of evading attacks, which makes enemies much more likely to miss me. And then it also makes me much more defensively able to resist physical attacks as well. So because my agility is almost maxed out at 100, I have very high chance to hit, very high chance to evade, and I also have higher defense than a thief normally would. And then you combine that with the thief's kind of natural ability to more often hit with critical strikes, and that allows me to take out enemies relatively quickly. So that's again why I'm building Marasar the way that I am, to make him more stuck on a barrel, more survivable in the long haul. So we have more corridors here to explore. So much blood. Whoever was here before, the poor Dwemer, I guess, the dwarves. Not called the Dwemer, I don't think, in this game, but yeah, they got massacred. They were just trying to do their mining, create their technology, like in later games, and apparently someone came in and just completely destroyed them. Because the Dwemer do not exist in this game either. As far as I know. Maybe they do. Maybe there's a hidden Dwemer somewhere. A dwarf on some island or something. I don't think there is, but perhaps. Alright, we got a ring. That's nice. Probably enchanted. Another Minotaur. So we're starting to get some higher level enemies, since we're around level 8, I think. Enemies are scaling a little bit to us. And because we're going into more difficult areas, we're getting higher level enemies as well. So, yeah, I'm feeling like we've made a pretty good run so far. I don't really want to start jumping into mine shafts yet, because that really is gonna start making things confusing. So as much as I can explore on top is what I want to do. And then once I kind of hit all dead ends, then I'll start running around in the mine shafts. I think I'm getting pretty close to that. Looks like I'm maxing out my location here, so we'll explore this little path here. We'll get stuck on another barrel, of course. And then we'll come back and probably call it an episode as we're continuing to loot and try to stay alive. And Minotaur Central. So many Minotaurs. At least they're carrying good stuff, potentially. So let's see. Yeah, another mine shaft, another dead end. Okay. So it looks like we have 2 rooms back here. So we'll come back to that room. Let's do this room first. Because again, we're trying to go in like a little bit of a circle. And I'm stuck on the wall again. We have another mine shaft. And more treasure. That's nice. And then I'm going to assume this is also a dead end. But maybe not. Who knows? Oh, it's a dead end. Alright, so that's pretty much good enough. We will finish off exploring Fang Lair, try to find the first piece of the Staff of Chaos, and then head back to, well, wherever we end up going after this, wherever our adventures take us. Maybe more of the main quest, maybe not. Maybe something else is going to happen after Marasar finishes with this dungeon. Thanks for watching, viewers. I'll see you all next time. So long.